How's it going, guys? I installed the Korean version of the game to show the skills of the One Punch Man Collab monsters. As you can see, there will be 3 summons, 2 fire units, 2 water units and 2 wind units, and it's going to work in a way that you can summon each one of them on every banner, as you might see right here. They're all in here, however the odds are greatly higher if you choose the banner with a 1% chance to summon a 5-star. There will be 0.4, so 40% of the 1% are attributed to Genos and Atomic Samurai here. In the water one it would be Garou and Silverfang, and in the wind one it would be Terrible Tornado and Hellish Blizzard, but they are still all available in the same one. But let's talk about what they are actually able to do. So let's go through all the skills. Starting with Genos. The basic attack is pretty normal. Let's go to the actual meat of it. Machine gun blow throws consecutive punches to attack enemies within the area 8 times, and each hit has a certain chance to apply crit damage taken up. The last hit knocks down target within the area with a certain chance, and if the target is knocked down or stunned, uses Incineration Cannon. The damage is inversely proportional to the number of targets hit. While using the skill, becomes immune to CC effects and takes decreased damage. So an all-around great skill. He can actually activate the second skill for free. He has crit damage taken up, which is fantastic. 8 times he could apply it. However, each time of those 8, the chances are only, 35%, which is still pretty good with having 8 chances. The last hit can only knock down for the 75%, but if the target is already stunned or knocked down, he will use Incineration. During the skill, he is CC immune and only takes half damage, which is crazy. I don't know what's going on with this here. Sometimes the screen. So what is the Incineration Cannon actually doing? He will apply a shield to himself, attacks enemies within the area 3 times with a powerful Incineration Cannon, and each hit has a certain chance to stun the target. Applies defense down to the target with a certain chance. In addition, if the target is under CC effect for each hit, increase the skilled cooldown, and applies mana regen speed up to the team summoner upon defeating the target. All attacks ignore the target beneficial effects that decrease the damage taken and increases the damage dealt based on the target's lost HP. Also immune to CC effect and takes decreased damage. He is loaded up. Okay, I really need to pay attention that you see the text good. Here you have the stats on max level. There we're having some weird screen problem again. But here, per hit, 85 damage, pretty neat. A decent shield. The stun is for 3.2 seconds, however only a 40% chance. 70% chance for level 1 defense down. That's also not too crazy. Increased cooldown by 2 seconds, but there we go. 17 seconds mana regeneration speed up for the summoner. And again, also being able to withstand half the damage while using the skill. Pretty insane if you ask me, especially in arena. That's a PvP unit if I ever saw any, in my opinion. But really let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, feel free to discuss this. And here we just have like an ultimate spiral incineration cannon. It's more damage, it's a bigger shield. The damage dealt is up 1%. Oh, I actually didn't check that. Yeah, it's the same, 1% per lost HP, of course. We get a level 2 mana instead of a level 1 mana, so here you can confirm how the numbers change. And of course, the mana regeneration speed is higher as well. Okay, we're switching between 2 and 6 here automatically, so we can't really exactly change the difference. Okay, this and this, both max level. Alright, next one. This is going to be a long video. You can just, I don't know, listen to it in podcast form or just screenshot the skills and make me shut the fuck up. However you choose to do, I respect your decision. Normal attack, pretty ordinary. His flash strike, his first skill, 3 mana cost, 20 seconds cooldown. Not too crazy, honestly. Stuns for 3 seconds, 62% chance. Decent attack, plus max HP. So he scales with HP as well. Then here we have a chance to make him bleed. And also CC immunity while he's attacking. And here we have per hit 92% attack and 3% of its max HP. Okay, here the screen is freaking out again, but yeah, it's 4 times. Now the interesting part, in my opinion, Master Swordsman. So he's a unit that stacks, meaning he, similar to Argon, he stacks up to 10 times when he crits. However, he loses stacks when he doesn't crit. So unit to get to 100%, that's for sure. And it's so loaded again. But yeah, for every Swordsman stack, he will get 15% crit damage, which is insane. This is 150%, which should be activated pretty fast, in my opinion. And also a total of 60% defense penetration and crit resistance down by 80%. All like assuming you have accumulated 10 stacks. So I would love to see his damage on bosses, honestly. Seems pretty interesting. And of course here, yeah, there's the details that if he doesn't critically hit, he will have 3 down of his stacks. But yeah, you want him on 100%. Definitely seeing him not as a PvP unit, but as a PvE unit. I would love to do some testing, obviously, but that's not something I can do right now. Alright, that was the first banner. Now we have Garrow. Let's go to the Awakening transformation and the skill information. We should probably read the passive first. So there we have it. Decreases the damage taken based on the lost HP. So he takes less damage when he's lower. And the greatest fear level increases every time he takes damage equal to a certain ratio if he has greatest fear while in battle and is not in an awakened state. Greatest fear resets and disappears upon receiving Oblivion and removes all the harmful effects on himself and uses Evil Deed upon reaching the max level. Garrow's skills are enhanced when he enters the awakened state. When in awakened state, he becomes immune to CC effects and greatly increases his damage dealt. The awakened state is removed when greatest fear disappears. Alright, so damage is taken down 1% when he is down 1%. So if he's down 50%, he will take 50% less damage. Which means if he has only 20% damage HP left, he will only take 20% damage, which is pretty crazy, honestly. We'll see how that works out, how hard it will be to crack him when he's at his lowest. At the start of battle, we do have Greatest Fear on him. And when Greatest Fear is on 10, he removes all harmful effects of himself. And he will use Evil Deed 1 time. And when he is awakened, it increases the damage dealt by 50%, CC immunity, and every 3 seconds, while awakened, the Greatest Fear is going down. So let's now look at these skills. Moves around quickly to attack enemies within the area 3 times and deals damage based on his lost HP. Recovers the HP based on the damage dealt by the attack. In addition, the last attack applies fear to the enemies within the area with a certain chance. In awakened state, each hit has a certain chance to remove beneficial effects on the target and applies defense down. In addition, the summoner gains mana when used during Soul Link. They are all so overloaded with skills again, it's crazy in my opinion. Really, I think they will really change the game now in certain areas. 167% of attack plus 5.6% of its max HP as damage per hit. We had 4, I think. No, 3, alright. That's pretty decent. He drains damage by 35% with a 62% chance to fear for 4.5 seconds. Jesus Christ. Increases mana by 1. How much mana is it? 4 mana. When attacking in awakened state, 67% rate, remove 1 beneficial effect. The question is, is this per hit? If this is per hit, this would be amazing. And 67% rate to defense down. Jesus Christ. Quickly attacks the enemy target 6 times to deal damage based on his max HP. Okay, again, that's pretty normal. Awakened state additionally increases the damage based on the amount of his lost HP. In addition, the summoner gains mana when used during Soul Link. Okay, we're charging up more mana. Fixed reduction equal to 10% of max HP. Per hit, okay, we know the per hit damage is pretty great considering it's 6 times. 1% of caster's lost HP, damage dealt up 1%. Okay, that's the same, and in the awakened state, oh, the damage is even up on 2%, so we can reach, theoretically, 198% extra damage with this. So as you can see, he increases the mana, he can remove beneficial effects, he can fear, he can remove harmful effects, and he can, on himself though only, and he can take defense down. It's pretty crazy if you ask me. Here, a quick overview of what the ultimate does, and let's move on. Let's go to Bang. He actually has something on his basic attack. Attacks the enemy target and applies Master to himself. Uses Water Stream, Rock Smashing Fist, Fang upon reaching a certain level of Master. 149.3 of attack as damage. Weak point attack available. And level 1, Jesus, Master per basic attack. And when he reaches level 6 Master, not 10, use Water Stream, Rock Smashing Fist 1 time. So his auto attack damage isn't the greatest. However, he's stacking Master, which then comes with a bonus attack. Water Stream, Rock Smashing Fist, Fang quickly shifts to the enemy target to consume all the Master levels and attack 5 times in a row. Attacking the weak point recovers his HP based on the damage dealt. In addition, applies attack down with a certain chance if the last hit attacks the weak point. Okay, the actual stats of it are 61.8% of attack as damage. For the Water Stream, Rock Smashing Fist, which is 5 times, that's pretty good as well. Damage drain of 30% upon attacking the weak point, and the last hit will do some extra damage. If the last hit attacks the weak point, damage drain 30%, and if the last hit attacks the weak point also, he will have attack down. This one removes all harmful effect on himself, costs 4 mana, applies some shield based on his max HD, and he gives himself attack speed up. And the other attack, Vacuum Fist, costs 3 mana, attacks the enemy target, attacks the weak point, recovers his HP based on damage dealt, applies attack down, and knocks down the target with a certain chance. So yet another stun here on those units. 670% attack as damage, weak point attack available. Then upon attacking the weak point, damage drain 30%, level 1 attack down, and 62% rate for a knockdown. And here are the old stats that I'm not going to read out. So for me personally, I'm most interested in the fire ones, I have to say. Though I already looked at them beforehand a little bit to make the reading more fluent, I thought. The fool I am. And here we have 200% of attack as damage, same shit as the others. Psychic Throw uses Psychokinesis to hurl a projectile at the enemy target to deal damage 4 times. If the target is a summoner, increases the skill's cooldown to max with a certain chance. And the last hit deals damage to enemies with the area and applies defense down with a certain chance. Okay, so she's basically being a bitch to the summoner. 4 hits, each 103 attack. If the target is a summoner, 30% chance to restart the cooldowns. And the last hit deals a sweet amount of 300% with a 90% chance of defense down. The second skill, Psychic Catapult, 4 mana cost, uses Psychokinesis to hurl a powerful projectile to deal damage to the enemy within the area and knocks them down with a certain chance. So we have an area of effect, knockdown, 3 seconds long, with a big attack of 726%. Psychic Silence has a cooldown of 45 seconds. It gains silence immunity, deals damage to enemies within the area, applies silence with a certain chance, and knocks them down if her HP falls below a certain ratio. So it's activated when the HP drops. Now she's immune to silence in general, not bad. And when she falls below 50%, she slaps him with 687% of attack damage, silences them for 6.5 seconds, and knocks them down for 3 seconds. So you wanna attack her last, is what I'm getting from here. Oh, actually, that's something we should also look at the book effects. Attack and crit rate on her. Let's check book effect first. Attack and crit damage on her. All right, let's check her out in the Awakening. Attack, normal stuff. On the lower end, 165%. Hellstorm uses Psychokinesis to create a tornado to attack enemies within the area once and silence the monster with the highest attack. Then sends the tornado again to attack 2 times. The first hit, 166% of attack as damage, 95% for silence. They're all so long, it's crazy. And then 2 more hits with 166% each. Second skill uses psychokinesis to flip the ground and attack enemies within the area. The damage increases if the target is under a CC effect. Stuns the target with a certain chance if the target is a monster. 656% of damage. Then, if the target is under a CC effect, damage dealt up. And if the target is a monster, 65% rate for a stun. Okay, and we go to her continuous passive effect. Removes the target's immunity if she uses a skill attack while her HP is above a certain ratio. Applies spell shield to herself if she uses a skill while her HP is below a certain ratio. So if she's 50% or higher, then she removes immunity from the enemy. Sweet. And if not, she gets a spell shield, which nullifies a skill hit 1 time. That's pretty great. So she will be hard to kill, especially if you heal her up again. There is no cooldown on this. This is continuously. That's pretty sweet. So she goes back into the mode of removing immunity. If she falls below, she's getting another spell shield, League of Legends style. Let's quickly check the spellbook effects of Garrow, Genos, and Atomic Samurai. Attack and crit rate for Genos, and he who really needs the crit rate to be built gets crit rate, and HP. Yeah, he scales a lot with HP, so that makes total sense. Alright, we got 2 more, which actually I haven't checked yet if they are possible of being summoned in all of those summons here, and what their odds are. If so, they would be at the bottom of the 4 stars. There he is, King and Mumen Raider, with an actually lower chance to be summoned than every other 4-star, which is too bad. So Mumen Raider, our light monster here, he attacks twice, 100% damage each. Then he throws his bike at the enemy, applies attack down and knocks down the target with a certain chance, 62% rate of knocking it down, and 790% of attack as damage. I'm guessing that we should be able to skill up the 4 stars, all of us, so that's kind of cool. He can also become invincible himself and provoke nearby enemies during that period, actually even longer. So he is definitely a tank. He does attack down, he does a knockdown, he provokes, and the continuous effect Mumen Raider overcomes crisis with indomitable will, revives upon taking lethal damage. So yeah, he has soul protection, and he revives with 100% HP when defeated with only a 3-minute cooldown. Jesus, this will be kind of annoying, honestly. Not the terrible tank, but I'm playing Cleave, so probably not too much for me. Now next on to the Dark Monster King. He just has a shit ton of debuffs, honestly. Basically, he doesn't attack, so his normal is kind of like a skill, no cooldown. It activates the King engine to apply irresistible resistance down to enemies within the area with a certain chance. In addition, applies crit damage taken up to creatures within the area with a certain chance. So you can constantly give crit damage taken up, only for creatures though. 50% chance, and also the resistance down is for 50% chance. The only question that I don't really understand yet is how is this triggered? If you have any idea how this gets triggered, like how often it is triggered, when is it activated? Is it like every second or something? Because I didn't understand this at all. I really did. Maybe you can explain. Exerts daunting energy to apply oblivion to creatures within the area, and additionally... Oh, my battery's going soon. Exerts daunting energy to apply oblivion to creatures within the area, and additionally applies attack down to the target if oblivion is successfully applied. Okay, so we have an 85% rate to give oblivion, actually creatures within the area. And if oblivion is applied, we also get attack down. And yeah, here, the CC effect of oblivion is that passive skills do not work, which kind of functions as a counter to all those freaking passive skills of our other guys right here. And this would be interesting. Target is a creature. Okay, no, only creatures, never mind. And the other skill, 3 cost, activates King Engine with maximum output 5 times to apply irresistible resistance down per hit to enemies within the area with a certain chance, and applies accuracy up to allies within the area each time resistance down is applied. In addition, applies crit damage taken up per hit to creatures within the area with a certain chance. Okay, 50% chance to resistance down, creatures in the area. And if resistance down is applied, then he gets accuracy up. And if the target is a creature, 50% rate of level 1 crit damage taken up as well. So he buffs the crit damage up quite a bit. Let me know what you think about this guy. I think the ability of giving Oblivion is rather rare. Okay, we got a little bit of accuracy, not a little bit, actually quite a bit, and some HP in the monster book. Let's check that for Mumen Raider. I'm expecting HP and maybe actually resistance or evasion in his monster book. It's evasion, HP and evasion is what we get in the monster book. Alright, this video is already so long, I'm gonna cut out the bits that I can. At the end of the day, you probably can just go with your mouse, click through it, and well, just read the text yourself if you want, or if you just want to have it on the side, you can do that. Now you don't have to download the game on your phone, on the Korean version, and screen it to your TV like I did. I hope this was of help. If you liked it, I'll do my best to get the newest updates out on my channel. So hit the subscribe button, and you'll see me again also stream on Twitch, Pharaoh_TV. That's going to be it. Goodbye.